You won't feel this until it's too late. That's the frightening truth about heart disease. It doesn't always come with loud warnings or sudden pain. It doesn't knock on the door and announce itself. Most of the time, it grows quietly, silently, day after day, while life goes on as usual. You wake up, you eat, you move, you laugh, you rest, and all the while, inside your body, your heart may be struggling in ways you can't feel yet. And that's why this message matters so deeply, especially as we grow older. Because the goal is not fear. The goal is awareness, empowerment, and hope. Your heart is not just a muscle. It is the rhythm of your life. It has been beating for you every second since the day you were born, without asking for thanks, without taking a break. Even now, as you listen, it's working tirelessly. And yet, many people only start paying attention to their heart after something goes wrong. A scare, a diagnosis, a moment that changes everything. But what if you could begin caring for your heart before that moment ever arrives? Heart disease often begins silently, but it doesn't have to end loudly. Small choices made consistently can change the direction of your health in powerful ways. And it's never too late to begin. No matter your age, no matter your past, your body is always listening to what you do today. Let's talk about food, because what you eat every day becomes part of you. A healthy diet doesn't mean deprivation or punishment. It means nourishment. It means choosing foods that reduce inflammation, support healthy blood flow, and give your heart the nutrients it needs to stay strong. Fresh vegetables, fruits rich in antioxidants, whole grains, healthy fats like olive oil, nuts, and seeds. These are not trends, they are foundations. When you reduce processed foods, excess sugar, and unhealthy oils, you're not just protecting your heart, you're giving your body a chance to heal itself. And then there's movement. You don't need extreme workouts or exhausting routines. In fact, your heart thrives on gentle, consistent motion, a daily walk, light stretching, slow and mindful exercises. These improve circulation, lower blood pressure, and reduce stress on the heart. Movement is medicine, especially when it's done with kindness toward your body. As we age, the goal isn't to push harder. The goal is to move smarter and more lovingly. Lifestyle habits matter more than many people realize. Chronic stress, poor sleep, isolation, and negative thought patterns all place a heavy burden on the heart. When stress hormones remain high for long periods, they quietly damage blood vessels and raise inflammation. That's why learning to slow down is not weakness, it's wisdom. Deep breathing, spending time in nature, connecting with people you care about, and creating moments of peace throughout your day all support heart health in ways medication alone never can. And let's talk about mindset, because your thoughts shape your biology. A positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means believing that your actions matter. It means knowing that you still have influence over your health, your energy, and your future. Many older adults are told directly or indirectly that decline is inevitable. That pain is normal. That slowing down is unavoidable. But your body responds differently when your mind believes in healing, possibility, and purpose. Your heart listens to how you live. It listens to how you breathe. It listens to how you speak to yourself. When you choose hope over fear, consistency over extremes, and care over neglect, your heart responds. Slowly, quietly, just as it once began struggling silently, it can begin growing stronger in silence too. This is not about perfection. It's about direction. One healthier meal, one gentle walk, one deep breath when stress rises, one decision to take better care of yourself today than you did yesterday. These small actions, repeated daily, create powerful protection for your heart over time. Remember this, you don't need to wait for symptoms to take your health seriously. By the time pain shows up, the body has often been asking for help for years. Listening now is an act of self-respect. It's a gift to yourself and to the people who love you. Your heart has carried you through joy, sorrow, hard work, and countless memories. It deserves your attention, your care, and your gratitude. Start today. Eat with intention. Move with kindness. Live with balance. Think with hope. Because the quiet beginnings of heart disease can be met with quiet, powerful healing long before it's ever too late. Heart disease rarely announces its arrival. It doesn't usually come with sharp pain, dramatic symptoms, or obvious warning signs in the beginning. Instead, it develops quietly, slowly, often over many years, while a person feels completely normal and goes on with daily life. This is what makes it so dangerous. Many people assume that if something were seriously wrong with their heart, they would feel it. They expect chest pain, shortness of breath, or sudden weakness to appear early. But in reality, the heart can be under stress long before the body sends clear signals, and by the time those signals finally show up, significant damage may have already occurred. Inside the body, subtle changes begin to take place. Blood vessels may slowly narrow, inflammation may quietly increase, and plaque can build up in the arteries without causing immediate discomfort. The heart adapts and compensates, working harder to keep blood flowing efficiently. Because the body is incredibly resilient, these changes often go unnoticed. A person may feel a little more tired than usual, slightly less energetic, or just assume that aging is the reason for these shifts. What's actually happening is that the heart is asking for support in a very quiet way. This silence leads many people to delay taking action. They put off improving their diet, they avoid movement, and they ignore stress because nothing feels urgent. There is a false sense of security in feeling fine. Unfortunately, heart disease doesn't require pain to progress. It only requires time and neglect. Years can pass while damage continues beneath the surface unnoticed and untreated. Then one day, the warning finally arrives in the form of a heart attack, stroke, or sudden diagnosis, leaving people wishing they had acted sooner. What's important to understand is that the absence of symptoms does not mean the absence of risk. Feeling normal does not always mean being healthy. The heart can be struggling quietly, compensating for lifestyle habits, chronic stress, poor nutrition, and lack of movement. This is why awareness is so critical. Paying attention before pain appears gives the heart a chance to recover and strengthen rather than simply survive a crisis. When people recognize that heart disease often starts silently, they begin to understand the value of prevention. They realize that daily choices matter even when nothing feels wrong. Choosing nourishing food, staying gently active, managing stress, and getting proper rest become acts of protection rather than reactions to fear. Listening to the body early is an act of wisdom, not worry. The most powerful message is that waiting for symptoms can cost precious time, but listening now can change the future. The heart responds to care, consistency, and respect. By understanding that heart disease begins quietly, people can choose to act before it ever has the chance to speak loudly, protecting not just their heart, but their quality of life and independence as they continue to age. Your heart has been working for you every single moment of your life, without pause and without complaint. From the first breath you took to this very second, it has faithfully pumped blood, oxygen, and nutrients to every cell in your body. It does this while you sleep, while you work, while you rest, and even while you worry. Most of the time, it does its job so well that you hardly notice it. That's why so many people only think about their heart when something goes wrong, when a test result is alarming, or when a sudden health scare forces their attention. But the heart was never meant to be cared for only in moments of emergency. Daily care is far more powerful than crisis response. Waiting until the heart is under severe strain often means the body has been struggling for years without support. Emergency attention focuses on survival, not long-term strength. True heart health is built quietly through everyday habits that reduce strain and support circulation, balance, and resilience. When you begin to care for your heart each day, even in small ways, you give it the resources it needs to work more efficiently and with less stress. Simple daily choices have a profound effect on how hard the heart must work. Eating foods that nourish rather than inflame, staying hydrated, and reducing excess salt and sugar help maintain healthy blood pressure and smoother blood flow. Gentle movement keeps the heart flexible and responsive, improving oxygen delivery throughout the body. These actions may seem small, but when practiced consistently, they lighten the load on the heart and allow it to function with greater ease. Daily care also means paying attention to rest and emotional health. Poor sleep, constant stress, and unresolved tension force the heart to operate in a state of constant alert. Over time, this wears it down. Taking moments to slow your breathing, relax your body, and create calm throughout the day sends a powerful signal of safety to the heart. It reminds the nervous system that it does not need to stay in survival mode. When people shift their mindset from emergency thinking to daily responsibility, everything changes. The heart becomes something to protect, not something to fear. Care becomes an act of gratitude rather than a reaction to danger. This approach empowers people, especially as they grow older, to take control of their health without anxiety or pressure. Your heart doesn't ask for extreme measures. It asks for consistency, kindness, and awareness. By choosing daily care instead of waiting for a crisis, you honor the heart's lifelong service to you and support a future with more energy, stability, and independence, allowing you to live with greater confidence and peace of mind as each day unfolds. Many people believe that improving their health requires dramatic changes, strict rules, or intense effort, and this belief often stops them from starting at all. The idea of completely overhauling one's lifestyle can feel overwhelming, especially later in life when energy levels may be lower and routines feel deeply ingrained. But the truth is that the body does not need extremes to heal or strengthen. What it responds to best is consistency. Small, manageable choices made day after day have a far greater impact on heart health than occasional bursts of motivation followed by long periods of neglect. The heart thrives on steady support rather than sudden shocks. Skipping unhealthy foods once in a while or exercising intensely for a short period cannot undo the effects of daily habits that place constant strain on the heart. On the other hand, choosing one nourishing meal each day, taking a short walk, or practicing a few minutes of deep breathing creates a rhythm of care that the body can adapt to and benefit from. These actions may seem insignificant in isolation, but over time they compound, creating meaningful improvements in circulation, blood pressure, and overall energy. Drastic changes often fail because they rely on willpower instead of sustainability. They demand perfection and leave no room for real life. When people miss a day or fall short, they feel discouraged and give up entirely. Small changes are forgiving. They fit naturally into daily routines and allow progress without pressure. This approach builds confidence, and confidence encourages consistency. Each small success reinforces the belief that change is possible, even later in life. For older adults, this mindset is especially important. The goal is not to push the body beyond its limits, but to support it gently and respectfully. A slow walk is better than no movement at all. Replacing one processed snack with a piece of fruit is a step in the right direction. Going to bed a little earlier or reducing daily stress in one simple way gives the heart a break it desperately needs. These choices protect the heart without exhausting the body or the mind. Over time, small, consistent habits reshape health in powerful ways. Arteries become more flexible, inflammation decreases, and the heart becomes more efficient. Energy improves gradually, making it easier to continue healthy behaviors. What once felt difficult begins to feel natural. The greatest danger is not doing too little but believing that only big changes matter. When people understand that small, daily actions are enough, they remove fear from the process of healing and replace it with hope, creating a sustainable path towards stronger heart health and a better quality of life that continues to grow with each passing day. A heart-supportive diet plays a powerful role in protecting the body long before any symptoms of heart disease appear. What we eat every day directly affects inflammation levels, blood vessel health, cholesterol balance, and how smoothly blood flows through the arteries. Many heart problems begin when inflammation quietly damages the inner lining of blood vessels, making it easier for plaque to build up over time. The right foods help calm this inflammation naturally, giving the heart and circulatory system a chance to function with less strain and more efficiency. Whole, natural foods provide the nutrients the heart depends on to stay strong. Fresh vegetables and fruits are rich in antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage caused by stress and aging. These antioxidants help keep arteries flexible rather than stiff, allowing blood to move freely without forcing the heart to work harder than necessary. Fiber from whole grains, legumes, fruits, and vegetables helps regulate cholesterol levels by removing excess cholesterol from the body before it can accumulate in the arteries. Healthy fats are especially important for heart health. Fats from sources like olive oil, nuts, seeds, and avocado support healthy cholesterol balance and reduce harmful inflammation. Unlike processed fats and trans fat, which damage blood vessels and increase plaque buildup, natural fats nourish the heart at a cellular level. They improve the elasticity of arteries and support steady blood pressure, reducing long-term strain on the heart muscle. Reducing processed foods is just as important as adding nourishing ones. Highly processed foods often contain excess sugar, refined carbohydrates, and unhealthy oils that promote inflammation and insulin resistance. Over time, these foods silently damage blood vessels and increase the risk of heart disease without causing immediate symptoms. By slowly replacing processed foods with simpler, whole options, the heart is given a much cleaner internal environment in which to operate. Hydration and mineral balance also play a quiet but critical role. Adequate water intake supports healthy blood volume and circulation, while minerals from natural foods help regulate heart rhythm and muscle function. When the body is properly nourished, the heart doesn't have to struggle to compensate for deficiencies or imbalances. A heart-supportive diet is not about strict rules or deprivation. It is about choosing foods that work with the body rather than against it. When meals are built around nourishment instead of convenience, the heart responds gradually but powerfully. Blood flow improves, inflammation decreases, and energy levels rise in ways that may feel subtle at first, but become more noticeable over time. The most important understanding is that food is not just fuel, it is information for the body. Every bite sends signals that either support healing or encourage damage. By choosing foods that protect blood vessels and reduce inflammation, People give their heart daily support, creating a strong foundation for long-term health, resilience, and vitality as they continue to age. Light, regular movement is one of the most natural and effective ways to support heart health, especially as the body grows older. Many people believe that exercise must be intense or exhausting to be beneficial, but this belief often creates fear or avoidance. In reality, the heart responds best to gentle, consistent movement that encourages circulation without placing excessive stress on the body. Simple activities like walking, stretching, or slow, controlled exercises send a powerful message to the heart that it is safe to function efficiently and steadily. When the body moves, blood flows more freely through the arteries and veins, delivering oxygen and nutrients to tissues that depend on them for strength and repair. This improved circulation helps lower blood pressure and reduces the workload placed on the heart. Over time, regular light movement improves the flexibility of blood vessels, allowing them to expand and contract more easily. This flexibility is essential for maintaining healthy heart function and reducing the risk of cardiovascular complications. Gentle exercise also plays an important role in regulating blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Muscles use glucose more efficiently when they are regularly engaged, which helps prevent spikes in blood sugar that can damage blood vessels. At the same time, consistent movement encourages healthier cholesterol balance by increasing beneficial cholesterol while reducing harmful buildup in the arteries. These effects happen gradually, often without noticeable effort, making light movement both effective and sustainable. For older adults, safety and comfort are key. Light movement reduces the risk of injury while still providing meaningful benefits. A short daily walk, even at a relaxed pace, can calm the nervous system, reduce stress hormones, and support heart rhythm. Stretching keeps joints mobile and muscles relaxed, making everyday activities easier and less tiring. When movement feels enjoyable rather than forced, it becomes something the body looks forward to rather than resists. Another powerful benefit of gentle exercise is its effect on mental and emotional health. Movement releases natural chemicals in the brain that improve mood, reduce anxiety, and promote a sense of well-being. This emotional balance has a direct impact on the heart, as chronic stress and negative emotions place constant strain on the cardiovascular system. By moving regularly, people support both their physical heart and their emotional resilience. The key is not intensity but consistency. 10 or 20 minutes of light movement each day can be far more beneficial than occasional intense workouts followed by long periods of inactivity. Over time, energy levels increase, breathing becomes easier, and the heart grows more efficient at doing its job. By choosing gentle, regular movement, people give their heart daily support without overwhelming their body. This approach builds strength gradually, protects long-term heart health, and encourages a sense of confidence and independence that enhances overall quality of life as the years continue forward. Chronic stress and poor sleep place a heavy and often invisible burden on the heart. When the body is under constant stress, it releases hormones that prepare it for danger, increasing heart rate and blood pressure. While this response is useful in short moments, it becomes harmful when stress never truly ends. Many people live in a state of continuous tension, worrying about responsibilities, finances, health, or the future. And over time, this keeps the heart working harder than it was ever meant to. The damage happens quietly without obvious warning signs, making stress one of the most underestimated risk factors for heart disease. Lack of quality sleep adds another layer of strain. During deep rest, the heart rate slows, blood pressure drops, and the body repairs itself. When sleep is shortened or disturbed night after night, the heart loses this essential recovery time. Blood pressure remains elevated, inflammation increases, and the nervous system stays in a state of alertness. Many older adults accept poor sleep as a normal part of aging, but in reality, ongoing sleep deprivation silently weakens the cardiovascular system. Stress and poor sleep often feed into each other. Anxiety makes it harder to fall asleep, and lack of sleep increases emotional reactivity and worry the next day. This cycle keeps the heart under constant pressure. Over time, this can contribute to hardened arteries, irregular heart rhythms, and increased risk of serious cardiovascular events. Because these effects develop gradually, people rarely connect their emotional or sleep struggles with their heart health until significant damage has already occurred. Learning to slow down is one of the most powerful forms of heart protection. Simple practices such as deep breathing, quiet reflection, gentle stretching, or spending time in nature help calm the nervous system. When the body senses safety, stress hormones decrease, allowing the heart to settle into a more natural and efficient rhythm. Even a few minutes of calm throughout the day can lower blood pressure and reduce long-term strain on the heart. Improving sleep quality does not require perfection, but it does require intention. Creating a regular bedtime, reducing screen time in the evening, and allowing the mind to unwind before sleep can make a meaningful difference. When sleep becomes deeper and more consistent, the heart gains the opportunity to rest and recover each night. By addressing stress and sleep together, people give their heart the relief it desperately needs. Rest and calm are not luxuries, they are biological necessities. When the body is allowed to relax and restore, the heart responds with greater stability, resilience, and strength, supporting a healthier and more balanced life as the body continues to age. The mindset a person carries each day has a profound influence on how the heart functions and how the body responds to aging and stress. Thoughts are not just abstract ideas, they create real physical reactions inside the body. When the mind is filled with fear, hopelessness, or the belief that decline is inevitable, the body often follows that expectation. Stress hormones increase, inflammation rises, and the heart is pushed into a constant state of tension. Over time, this quiet pressure weakens the cardiovascular system, even when no physical symptoms are immediately noticeable. A positive mindset does not mean denying reality or ignoring health challenges. It means believing that your actions still matter and that improvement is possible at any stage of life. When a person believes they can influence their health, they are more likely to make supportive choices consistently. This belief alone can lower stress levels and improve heart rhythm, blood pressure, and overall resilience. Hope creates a biological environment where healing becomes easier. Many older adults have been told, directly or indirectly, that slowing down, feeling tired, and developing health problems are simply part of getting older. This belief can become deeply ingrained and lead to resignation rather than action. When people accept decline as unavoidable, they often stop caring for themselves with intention. The heart responds to this neglect quietly, becoming less efficient over time. Shifting this mindset can be transformative. Aging does not mean giving up on vitality, it means caring for the body with greater wisdom and respect. Gratitude and purpose also play an important role in heart health. When people feel connected to something meaningful, whether it is family, community, faith, or personal goals, their stress levels decrease and emotional balance improves. This sense of purpose helps regulate the nervous system, allowing the heart to beat more calmly and steadily. Studies have shown that people with a positive outlook and strong sense of meaning often experience better cardiovascular outcomes, not because they ignore problems, but because their bodies are better equipped to handle them. Self-talk matters more than most people realize. The way you speak to yourself during moments of fatigue, discomfort, or uncertainty sends signals throughout your body. Gentle, encouraging thoughts help the nervous system relax, while harsh or fearful thoughts keep the body in a defensive state. Choosing patience and compassion toward yourself reduces internal stress and gives the heart room to function more efficiently. A positive mindset also supports consistency. When people believe progress is possible, they are more likely to maintain healthy habits such as light exercise, nourishing food choices, and stress management. These habits reinforce positive beliefs, creating a cycle that strengthens both mental and physical health. The heart listens closely to the mind. When thoughts shift from fear to possibility, from limitation to intention, the body follows. By nurturing a hopeful and empowered mindset, people give their heart emotional support that is just as important as diet or exercise, creating a foundation for greater stability, confidence, and well-being as life continues forward. It is never too early and never too late to protect your heart, and this truth carries enormous power for people at every stage of life. Many believe that if they did not take care of their health earlier, the opportunity has already passed. Others think prevention only matters when you are young and that once you reach a certain age, damage is unavoidable. Both beliefs quietly steal hope, and hope is one of the most important tools for heart health. The body is always responding to what you do today, regardless of what happened yesterday. The heart is remarkably adaptable. Even after years of strain, it can respond positively to better nourishment, gentle movement, reduced stress, and emotional balance. Blood vessels can become more flexible, circulation can improve, and inflammation can decrease when the body is given the right signals. These changes do not require perfection or drastic action. They require consistency and belief that your efforts still matter. Every healthy choice sends a message to the heart that it is supported and valued. For those who are younger, early care is a form of protection. Establishing healthy habits before symptoms appear creates a strong foundation that can prevent serious problems later in life. These habits reduce silent damage and keep the cardiovascular system resilient as the body ages. Prevention is not about fear of the future, but about respect for the body you will live in for decades to come. For older adults, heart care is an act of empowerment. age does not cancel the benefits of positive change. In many cases, even small improvements can lead to noticeable gains in energy, mobility, and emotional well-being. When people realize that it is still worth caring for themselves, they often experience renewed motivation and confidence. The heart responds to this shift by working more efficiently and calmly. One of the most important realizations is that time is not the enemy, inaction is. Waiting for the perfect moment or believing that change will not help only allows silent damage to continue. Taking action now, even in the smallest way, interrupts that process. A healthier meal today, a short walk, a few deep breaths, or a moment of gratitude can begin changing the internal environment immediately. Protecting the heart is not about turning back the clock, but about improving the quality of life moving forward. It is about maintaining independence, clarity, and strength so that daily life remains enjoyable and meaningful. The heart supports everything you do, from simple movements to emotional connections, and caring for it protects your ability to fully participate in life. As long as the heart is beating, there is opportunity. Opportunity to feel better, move more freely, and live with greater peace of mind. Whether you are just beginning your health journey or returning to it after many years, the message remains the same. Your heart is listening, your body is capable of change, and the best time to protect your heart is always now. And the most important thing to remember is this: as long as your heart is beating, there is opportunity, there is strength, there is time to choose better, feel better, and live better. Take care of your heart now, so it can continue taking care of you for years to come.